Okay. Hello, hello. I'm going live a little bit early tonight because we want to go for a walk a little bit later when the sun's not like directly trying to kill us. But yes, hello. I'm also trying a new little format tonight where I've done like 90% of the prep work so we can just focus on cooking. Mainly so y'all aren't sitting here staring at me peeling an onion or chopping a pepper or something, just because trying to make it a little bit easier. I look really good in blue, by the way. Joshua.
Facts.
What?
Facts.
Yeah, I'm looking at this picture. I'm like, God damn, I want to screenshot this. I look good. But, well, my hair. I could do with a salon visit, but, you know, I'm not going to be caring about it. Just going to deal with my fucking hair until the salons are safely open. And then I'm going to wait about 2-3 weeks. Then I'm going to go. Because fuck that shit. The pawns go first, and then we'll see what happens to the rest of us. But anyway, I've got the hamburger meat in here, along with pepper and onion. I cut the pepper and onion up really small this time, because they're going to be the filling in my enchiladas. You also want to really work the meat to get it as small as you can. For some reason, whenever my mom would make spaghetti or something growing up, we'd have chunks of meat. When my dad would make it, we would have micro meat, as we called it, because he would work it until the meat was like tiny. So I don't know why he did it that way, but whatever. But honestly, for this dish, it's kind of what you want to go for. Just turn this on high. This is going to need about 7-8 minutes. I've got my chiz over here already done. Now, for the enchilada sauce, I was talking to somebody in a Facebook group, and they recommended like a chili gravy that they use quite frequently. Is that on the pan? Okay, that's part of the thing. All right. Got the pan. Which is just like oil, flour, tomato paste, some spices, and then she uses chicken stock. I'm doing beef here, so I'm going to use beef stock instead. Try to keep all the flavors as similar as possible. But, you know, just for fun. But I am doing a repeat of the, basically the filling is going to be what was in the beef part of my nachos the other night. Because my nachos the other night were fucking phenomenal. I cannot get over how good those things were. Like, I nailed it on that one. I mean, if I do say so myself. So, once again, any questions, y'all let me know. At some point this week, I'm going to do a chicken cordon bleu. Because I've had it before. I love it. And it's actually a lot easier than most people think it is. So, it's just chicken, ham, Swiss, egg, breadcrumbs, flour. But you typically need to finish it off in the oven, which we're going to be doing that too. So, then I found this recipe for like a Dijon sauce, which is just like it's just like a bechamel, but then it has Dijon in it. And I was thinking, okay, this is going to be fucking weird. Tried it. It was so fucking good. Like, holy shit. I could not get over that. There's a picture somewhere down there in my, on my timeline somewhere when I made the chicken cordon bleu. But yeah, that was fucking legit. I actually bought ham and Swiss specifically for that. So, teach y'all how to do the chicken. The same way I did the chicken, for the scallopini, just like pound it out flat. So this time you like pat it dry, salt, pepper, roll it all up, yum yum yum. Then you penne it, which means like breadcrumbs, egg, flour, blah blah blah. But yeah, that's not tonight. Tonight we're sticking to this side of the like hemisphere, the Western hemisphere. this is just starting to turn brown. Like the meat's just getting all the way brown. I'm pressing down on it because I want to break the meat up even more. Because I wanted that like almost Mexican restaurant consistency. But I have learned, especially from watching Dad and from doing it myself, that if you just keep fucking with the meat, you can break it up into smaller bits. And also, there's the bell pepper and onion in here, if y'all can see. And I want to get those cooked really well also. So, yeah. This going. Let that cook for a few minutes. And we're going to get started on the chili gravy, as she called it. So, I've got some lard. You can use any kind of oil you want. I bought this specifically for when I do like Mexican dishes, because I do try to be somewhat authentic. Oh, my fucking spoon. Okay. That's done. Put that back away. We're going to be doing the similar thing to when we made the bechamel. We're actually going to be making a roux, but then we're going to be adding like the flavorings and stock to it. So it's not going to be a bechamel. It's actually going to be something called a velouté, which is another French mother sauce, which basically means a roux that you add not milk to. I mean, it's not hard. People are like, ooh, this looks fancy. It's fucking... It sounds like it is, but it's fucking not. Like, y'all don't understand how simple half this shit actually is. So, let's get that good and melted. Get my flour over here. Just set that right there for now. Well, y'all can't see shit. Ain't really shit for y'all to see. So, but, yeah. And you can use any oil source you want. I'm doing this. If you want to actually do this separately, if you want to drain off your beef and then use the oil from that, you 100% can. Because that's pretty much all this is anyway. So, you know, fuck it, why not, right? Got that in there. Let's get the flour in here. Sort of 1.5 big ass spoons. See how well that absorbs. If it goes to the consistency we're looking for. It is exactly the consistency we're looking for, where it just looks like a good thick paste kind of thing. But yeah. Put that back on the burner. You need to cook it for a couple minutes. Give this a quick stir. Then I'm back over here. You want to essentially cook out the raw flour. We're at a thing that says E. coli can hide in flour. I'm like, y'all fucking... They say it was a cookie dough thing on Tumblr, and they were talking about how if you make your own cookie dough at home to eat, you leave out the eggs because, of course, raw eggs have salmonella. Which, whatever. But you want to make sure that you... Okay, that's looking good. Set this off the heat for a second while I gather everything else I'm going to be using. This is just some tomato paste. I got this on sale. That's a garlic leaf. I'm not going to use all of this. I'm going to use most of it, then I'm just going to toss the rest of it because I have no use for like that much. Tiny ass bit of that. So, the tomato paste, get this whipped in here. Mixed in really, really, really well. She said cumin and some chili powder. This is ancho chili powder. I like ancho. It's got more of a kick to it. Now, before that can attempt to burn, now it just looks like mud for the most part. So we come in now with the stock. Good splash. Quick turn. Okay, now we're back in here. I started using a whisk. I'm going to keep using a whisk the entire time. But you see how fast that was? It already picked up all of the flour already absorbed all of the beef stock. A good bit more. We get a real thick paste. A super thick paste now. More beef stock. I'm adding more, I'm doubling the amount I add each time I do this, simply because I want to get it to that consistency that it needs to be without it trying its best to evaporate, which I'm putting liquid over a heat source. It's going to try to evaporate. That's what liquid does. Water can only reach 100 degrees centigrade, Celsius. And then it starts to evaporate. Steam does not have to abide by those rules. This is why steam is so much hotter than boiling water. That's why a steam burn is way worse than a regular burn. I'm going to be using this entire thing. The tomato paste is helping to make sure we don't have any lumps in there. That's helping encapsulate the flour. I just want this to be nice and thin. Well, not too thin. I still want it to be kind of thick. But I want it to be able to coat the tortillas when we do put them in. Okay. This has no seasoning in it whatsoever, so I know it's going to need seasoning. And I want to hit it with some garlic while I got a minute. Get the garlic a chance to cook. Best device that's ever freaking happened. God, I love it. And now salt. Turn the heat down some. We don't want it to like bubble away. We want it to simmer. We don't want it to bubble. Like little bubbles here and there are fine, but like the big bubbles we don't want. Because again, hot can burn the ever-loving shit out of you. Was that everything she's going to add? Oh, yes, but I do have some chipotle I wanted to add as well. Some chipotle and adobo. I blended up. That I used recently. Darken the sauce a little bit. It's probably going to need a good bit more salt, honestly, but you know, let's taste it and see how it is. That's fucking good. Nowhere near as hot as I wanted it to be. So, the rest of the chipotle goes in. We're just darkening it up a little bit too. But, yeah. And definitely needs to give it more salt. I think that'll be good. Fucking A. Some limes. Hit that lime juice real fast. Whoop, that's the tip. Jesus. These are not the juiciest limes. But they were the ones I touched. So I was like, I'm going to buy these since I touched them. Brighten this up some with a little lime juice. Oh, and okay, almost done. Should have juiced these beforehand. But honestly, we're barely 20 minutes in, and our meat mixture just needs to be drained off and add the seasonings to it. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Where is... There it is. A colander here. You sit right there for a minute. There it is. On that sweet spot. I'm just draining it onto a plate right now. Yeah, this takes a minute. But yeah, once this is done, I can just, like after dinner, I'll come over here and scrape the fat into the trash can, and we're done. Oh my God, there's a lot of fat in here. If I had an editor, this part would be edited. There we go. Okay. I don't think this is enough seasoning. That's really well. So, garlic. Cayenne. This is supposed to have cumin in it too. Totally forgot. Cumin, paprika, oregano, there we go. That's fucking better. Some water in here. Get it back on the heat. Get it all mixed up. Yeah, that was nowhere near enough. Yeah, that was absolutely nowhere near enough. Thank God I doubled that. I did not make anywhere near enough of that shit. But it's all good. It's all good. But I did not. I did not. This goes in here too. You know we don't measure shit around here. Done with the flour. Get that the hell out of the way. There we go. Like to give that just a minute right there. Whisk this cumin in. Then the rest of the jar of salsa. Mom started doing this way back in the day. I'm not sure why. Need to ask her. I think she told me, she said a friend of hers did it to like help, you know, stretch the food out. And I have done it ever since. Because it makes such a difference. If you ever had my tacos before, there's salsa in there. Like that Burlington Coke Factory motherfucker, I guarantee it. I will not do it without it. Otherwise, it's not mine. Technically, it's Mom's, but she don't care. Probably Mom's friend. I don't know. Anyway, I do it. Oh my God. That is yummerific. Okay. Get rid of these. Go to the trash can. Okay. Now this needs to cook down. Again, this is way too soupy right now. So like, I'll say about 90% of the liquid we just put in, we're about to cook down. It is on a high heat, so keep an eye on it. Also, if you remember, this is a non-stick pan, but if you remember from the other night when I did it, nachos in this pan, this doesn't really have all the fond sticking to the bottom. There is some, but make sure you scrape that up. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Like, what the fuck? There we go. It's taking a sweet damn time. But, yeah. Some water real quick. Yeah, this is essentially it. Do you want rice or anything with this, or are you good with just enchiladas?
I mean, I don't know.
So we're just having enchiladas tonight. You can serve with rice, beans, you know, whatever you want to do. So yes, this is our velouté. Our enchilada sauce, or like chili gravy, which is technically velouté. Which again is just the name for it. It's just a French sauce or mother sauce. Well, not French. I'm sure the French didn't fucking originally discover it. Or maybe they did. I don't fucking know. But yeah, you can go a little higher actually. So do that. Well, yeah, gonna keep that simmering to keep it nice and hot. I do like the flavor of that. You can really taste the. You actually still taste the lard in it too. I think it has a nice little touch. You can use shortening if you want, but you know I have the lard, so why not? Okay. So now we have our tortillas, which have to fill. I'm gonna have to dunk, fill, roll over, and then lay in here. So. can use corn tortillas, of course. I do not like corn tortillas. I prefer flour. Corn is, of course, way more traditional, but not if I hate it. So. I just think I might have a can of enchilada sauce somewhere, too, honestly. Because it was on sale. I probably bought some at one point. But yeah, like you can do homemade enchiladas with just stuff you have around the house. Because beef stock or you can always do chicken. It's not a problem. It's just I did beef because I'm making beef to go in the center. I'm trying to be like, you know, more of a, I can't think of the word. I want to say subjective, but that's not it. What's the word I'm looking for? I use beef stock in this because I made beef over here, and I want to keep it together. Cohesive? Cohesive. That's not the word, but that works. I was thinking of another one. But yeah, I want to be cohesive, I guess. But, yeah. If you have the cubes, you can always use stock cubes in water. It's real easy. So. Have my taco seasoning and mix and salsa and beef all in here. This is my, as a lady called it, chili gravy or my enchilada sauce. Real simple. I'm going to be doing tomatoes and green onions on top again when they come out, with a sprinkle of my freeze-dried cilantro, which is somewhere. Here it is. Yeah. So I went to the store yesterday and they did not have parsley or cilantro. So I'll be doing dry. Actually, there's a couple different things on my list I wasn't able to get. So I will have to probably go to the store again at some point this week. But I will wait until, I'll try tomorrow because I work tomorrow. See if I can do it then. And work now requires us to wear masks. So, yes. Now I can have a mask and I feel safer about actually going out in public. Which they're saying, like, no, it doesn't really do anything. Okay. Like, if I'm going to be going out in public, I'd like something to protect myself. And if they weren't doing anything, then those protesters demanding the state reopen everything wouldn't be wearing them during their protests, unless they're wearing the mask to hide their identities, so nobody knows who they are. Because you say it's not that serious, why are you wearing a mask? Is it because you're standing on the Capitol steps with fucking machine guns? Show up with a fucking machine gun. I don't see peaceful protests. I hear you trying to start some shit and you about to fucking go to jail for the rest of your goddamn life. This is why I couldn't be like governor or something, because I would tell people like straight up, I will fucking pepper spray you. I will have you fucking arrested. I will tase you. Whatever the fuck I need to do. You are not fucking standing on my goddamn stoop with a fucking machine gun telling me what the fuck I'm gonna do. First and motherfucking foremost. You wanna have a peaceful protest? Cool. You do you. I'll even send y'all some pizzas. I don't give a fuck. That's your right. You want to show up with a fucking gun? Yeah. But that's neither here nor there. I'm constantly working this because I have it on a very high heat. Like my, will you go up any higher? Oh shit, you will. What's up? I want the steam gone. I want to cook it down as much as I absolutely can. I want about maybe 10% liquid at this point. Which actually, no, I'm not going to dip them. I'm just going to pour this over top when I'm done. But there's plenty here. So, and dipping them just sounds like it's going to be extra messy. So, I'm just keeping it moving on the bottom. Make sure it can't burn. If I have one of those little automatic stirring things right now, I would definitely be employing it. Huh, that hand is weak. And this hand is useless. Yeah, my non-dominant hand is fucking garbage. I can barely hold my phone with it, let alone anything else. Okay, how we doing? We're getting there. Like another minute on high, and this should be done. So, then get some of the tortillas out. I've got a second pack over here I know I'm going to use as well. So, ready to go. Crack some pepper into this. Good bit of pepper. Pepper. Oh, some pepper. Back over here, real quick. You can leave that alone for like 30 seconds before it starts to catch. Okay, I think we're almost there. Yeah, almost there. Okay. Good lordy, I'm tired. Slice this up a little bit more. Cayenne. Okay, here we go. This is almost there. Yeah. Go ahead and kill the heat for that one. Where's my water? Might help if I turn the fucking oven on. Oh, like 375. Because all this is nice and cooked. We just want to, you know, basically melt the cheese I'm going to put on top. Get it all the way through one good time. See? That's not dripping off at this point. It's just falling off in chunks. That's what I'm going for. When I pull the spoon across, there's still a little bit of liquid that's popping up. And I'm 100% okay with that. If that's what I wanted. Just a little bit. Pour some of our sauce in the bottom of our pan there. It's off, but it's still going to be hot. So. and moving this all around to get even coverage on the sides and everything so nothing tries to stick. Tip to use in baking too. Just pick up the fucking pan and move it around. Okay. There we go. Move this to right here. Let's see. Actually, these are. Let me heat these up just a smidge. I made some strawberry muffins. That's what those are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, these are a little more pliable now. Make your little taco. Fold it over like that. These are the smallest fucking things on the planet. Lay it in there. Lay it down seam side down. Yeah, I should have got better, not better tortillas. Like these fucking tortillas are amazing, but they're not necessarily great for this. Like this is gonna be messy when we eat it because these are very small tortillas. The bigger ones would have been better, but during all my fucking shopping, I completely fucking forgot to get tortillas, and I literally had open like my list of shit I needed to get for enchiladas, and tortillas was not on it, so they did not get purchased. But que será, será. This is another one of the super boring parts. This is a little bit longer because it's more tortillas. So. A little longer. Still not quite hot enough. I have so many fucking herbs over here. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay, nice and pliable. I'm really overstuffing the shit out of these things too. Scooch them in, kind of thing, so you can get as many in the pan as you can. Looks like I'm gonna be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the side. This is the same pan I use for the nachos, actually. And the one I usually use for lasagna. But started doing the lasagna in the aluminum pans and they turn out much better. Much better heat distribution in those things. Those are my baking pans. I showed them to a friend of mine who loves to bake and she got so mad at me because they're like Bakewell aluminum pans, which are amazing fucking baking pans, but like from forever and 6 weeks ago. And I got them for Goodwill for like fucking $3. I'm like, the second I saw that name and I was like, I don't even know baking, but I know this is a name. This is a name. Just a little bit of the meat falls out or something, move on with your life. It's not that big of a fucking deal. this in the pan. It'll get 8. Okay. Got my enchiladas in. Well, there. I've still got plenty of meat mixture here. And I'm loading the fuck out of these things. So, but whatever. You actually, I'm pretty much done with you. Where is this? Spin this right across the top. Good heavy layer on the top. Try and get the ends just a little bit showing. Makes for a better picture. So have some of them showing. At the same time, slather this shit on there. Okay. I definitely should have cut that sauce in half because I made way too damn much. In fact, I'm going to grab one of my baking pans and actually make a batch for the freezer just to have. I like to make big batches of things like this. Honestly, because I don't know how to cut a recipe in half to save my motherfucking life. Even with a calculator, I'm like, no, this is wrong. I'll have the fucking tortillas, huh? Well, that's just gonna fucking get set aside. So. Get the rest of this cheese in here. I shredded too much cheese, too. But this definitely, you know, hashtag first world problem. So we're not going to even really talk about it. But this is going in. Oven is almost at 375. We got about 15 minutes or so. Once it hits the proper temperature, and then I will pull those out, and I will put the tomatoes and cilantro and green onions or scallions on top of them. So, thank y'all very much for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed everything, and look forward to seeing y'all again next time. I'll post a picture when I'm done.